Hi everyone, this is Laura and welcome to my channel. Today I have a video response card inspiration challenge. Newcrafterbev has reached 250 subbies. Yay for Bev! Congratulations, Bev, on your 250. And I also want to give a little shout out to my sweet girl, Miss Marla H. Thank you for letting me know about your auntie's challenge giveaway and for sharing those beautiful cards that you made. Um, I too decided to make Beverly two cards because Beverly um, wanted to do this challenge giveaway so that we, her friends and her subbies, can help her gain a little inspiration when she's having one of those little mojo blocks. So she wanted for us to create a card, any kind of card you wanted, any kind of size of card you wanted. It's for her own personal collection, which I think is a super sweet idea. Um, and guys, it's so funny. Up until a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, very seldom did I make a card, and I am really liking um, when I'm not making a layout. I actually prefer to make cards, and not only that, I think it's so sweet, which is something I have to practice what I preach here and start doing this more often. But I think it's one of the nicest things you can do for a person is just to send them a handmade card. And let's face it, we have more than enough stuff in our supplies in our craft rooms to never buy a card again and just start making them for people. And it's nice to get a card just because, without any special occasion. That's something I'm going to work on this year. I want to send more just because cards. Um, and speaking of just because, and when I say just because, I mean a card just for no good reason other than you thought of someone and making them a card. That's basically what I decided to make today. Excuse me. Beverly, I decided to create for you two cards just because cards that you can give to anyone for any reason, anytime. And for my first card that I made you, I decided to use my gorgeous girl image. And I think this one is called On Top of the World. I actually pre-stamped the image, so I didn't have the stamp next to me. I just colored them in. Sometimes when I'm watching TV, I'll stamp a few images just to have them ready. So, but I think she's called On Top of the World. Anyways, what I did for your card, I took my Real Memory Creepers corner punch, punched all the corners. Then I took one of my Spellbinders die, and I just used scrap pieces of paper that I've had in my stash. I didn't really use any particular pad to speak of, but with my scrap papers, I just added some designer paper. I did distress everything in Vintage Photo. Here I use my Spellbinders die. Here I use this lattice die. I can't remember the name. Um, it's one of the newer dies that I just picked up, and it is called Trellis. Oh, how could I forget that? It was my favorite one. And this is a new die by Tim Hulse. It's part of the Frameworks alteration dies that I believe they were just released for either the winter or the spring cha. Anyways, I also cut out different various colors of pattern paper, and I filled up the little trellis framework, which I thought was really fun and super cute. I have three little flowers here that I made using my Diamond Dies Fancy Flowers die set. Here I made a little banner, and that banner was from one of my Spellbinders die as well, and I stamped out "You Brighten My Day." And for the inside, um, I just again used some pattern paper and some cardstock, cut the corners. These little icons came with my stamp set, So I just cut a few of them out, colored them up. I thought they would be a cool little embellishment for the card. This is one of my Studio G stamps. I just stamped that out in, excuse me guys, my throat is still acting a little funny. I believe I stamped this out on one lipstick and another one of my fancy flowers from the diamond dies that I have in my stash. So, and Bev, I left it blank so that in case if ever you wanted to send this out to someone, you could. Oh, and I put a little lace and some trim underneath. Of course, I have this on pop-up dots. And then for the simple, oh, that was another thing I wanted to do. I wanted to do two just because, one for girls and one for boys. And this is my boy image. And this I just purchased recently from Scrapper's Paradise, I believe. And it's one of those Winnie Winka stamps, I think. And I just love him. I love that doggy. Isn't that doggy cute? I love him. So, again, I use some basic grade papers. These are papers from just different basic grade collections that I had left over. A whole bunch of scraps. Here I have a rub-on that says smile. And over here I added two little buttons from my stash. And I was just saying this the other day, guys. I don't use buttons nearly as much as I need to. I have so many of them in my stash and I just forget to use them. So I use them up here, and then I put three little teeny tiny ones as accents down here. Oh, and I have a little glue string I need to take care of. I colored in my image with my Pro markers, and then I fussy cut it. On the little ice cream cone, I don't know if you guys can see that, I put some seed beads to look like sprinkles, and I just glued that down with my Scotch Guard Quick Dry adhesive. Here I have a little border, and that's from this punch. I believe it's by EK Success. Yes, it is. And this one was just gifted to me as a birthday present from my cousin. And I just love that punch. And again, there's another piece of pattern paper here just to make it look like the little boy was sitting in somewhere. I don't know where, in a room somewhere. And then for the inside, like I said, I just left this blank on purpose. I just put a little piece of pattern paper here, here, and here. I left it blank in case Bev wanted to use the card, and I stamped that out for her there. So that if she ever wanted to use the card, she can just put whatever sentiment. Like I said, it's just because cards. Maybe you just want to say hello or whatever. So I'm sure she has some little words, sayings, or what sentiments or whatever that she can probably put in there on herself. So Bev, I made you two different style cards, one for girls, one for boys. I made one that I thought was cutesy and whimsical, and one that can be considered a little, I guess, a little whimsical too, maybe even a little bit vintagey. I don't know. But I had a lot of fun making them for you, and I hope you enjoyed them. And again, congrats on the 250 subbies, sweetie. I'll get this out to you in the mail very soon. So guys, go on over and check Newcrafterbev's channel. Let her know that I sent you over and show her a little love. And maybe you can participate in her giveaway challenge as well. I hope you all have a blessed weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.